Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It is Motivation Monday with yours truly, Dr. K. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I pray that everybody has had a fantastic weekend. As you guys come on, do me a favor. Go ahead, like and share, like and share. I want to just say thank you to everybody that's tuning in on YouTube as well as on Facebook. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. I jumped on a little bit early because I just wanted to make sure that I can tag everybody and get you guys in. I got to make sure I stop spinning my chair over here. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful day here in Atlanta. I am ready to go for my walk in a second once we finish. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful day. So we have so much to talk about. I know you've already seen the information which says what warning. So you're probably like, Trina, what are we talking about? Warning. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I definitely had a great weekend. Good morning, Christina. Thank you for tuning in. As you come on, my love, do me a favor. Go ahead and like and share, like and share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you guys. Please. Hey, Lynn. Good morning, all the way from Ohio. Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, if you can hear me and see me, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Good morning, good morning. Because I just see your comments. So I want to make sure we are good. I told you guys I was going to go ahead and transition to my new platform, and I'm doing that. So good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hey, Christy, I hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. So good morning, everyone. It is now 7:30 straight up. Go ahead and do us a favor, like and share, like and share. Okay, Lynn just said, where is your face? So do you see my face? Okay, I see the thumbs up. I see the thumbs up. So y'all can see my face. I'm there. I'm there. So good morning, Michonne. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do us a favor, like and share, like and share. Go ahead, go ahead. Thank you, Lynn. I'm glad you can see me now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. With that being said, I guess I'll give it a second. Guys, I want you to know that I really appreciate you and I love you guys. And I don't take it lightly that, you could be doing quite a few things in the morning. So I'm grateful and thankful that you guys come on each and every morning with me, or not every morning, but every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am grateful for everything that you have done, the prayers and all of that great stuff. So this morning, our topic is warning. So some of you went to YouTube and were like, oh my God, that thing says warning. Is everything okay? And I just want to tell you that, yeah, everything is okay, but are we paying attention to the warning signs? Like, are we really, really paying attention? So, over the last couple of weeks, our cars now are super hypersensitive. Everything has a computer in it, the technology, all of that great stuff. Good morning, Bernadette. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everything is so hypersensitive. So about 3 weeks or so ago, I went and I got my Mercedes service, but I noticed that when I came back, my tire pressure light kept coming on. And I kind of ignored it. You guys know when we're driving, we get all those lights because everything has computers. You get a signal if you got low gas, a signal if your tire pressure is not right, a signal for check engine, all these different things. And sometimes we get oblivious to these signs, to the warning signs. So I saw it and I was like, okay, I'm looking at the tire pressure because a couple of days, all of the pressures had the same number, but the light was still on. So I'm like, I know my tires are good. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. So good morning, everybody. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to just keep it moving. I'm not going to worry. But my husband got in a car with me the other day and he said, how long has that light been on? And I said, oh, that light, that's just my tire pressure. It's fine. And he kind of looked at me and I said, okay, Holy Spirit, I hear you. Because he's like, if the light's on, that means something needs to be taken care of. No matter if all of the numbers are the same or not, I have to be careful because I ride on expressways. I ride on back roads quite a bit. I don't like all the traffic. So he's looking at me and I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to make sure I adhere to the signs, to the warning signs. And that kind of, it hit me in a different way because I said, am I missing warning signs in my life? Are we missing signs that God has given us to say that we need to stop or we need to do something? So many of us are busy, busy, busy. We are going about our way. We have busy schedules. We got our kids' schedule. We have our schedule. We got work schedule. We got to work out. We got a business that we're running. We got to feed the dog. We got to take care of the cat. We got to work out. We got to go here. We got to go there. We got to go to church. We got to pray for this person. We got to support this person. We got to go to this event. Somebody's having a book signing. It's all busy, right? It's just a whole lot of things going on. And sometimes God has given us those warning signs, those lights to say, hey, stop. It's time for you to spend some time with me, because some of us are just busy doing all of these different things. We're jack of all trades and masters of none, some people say. And we'll look at some people and say, how do they do it? How do they maintain the schedule? I know for me, I have to compartmentalize. I was talking to a friend the other day, and I started just drawing out some things. Y'all know I'm a writer, and I put myself in the middle of the circle, and I just started drawing all of the ways that, all of the areas where my life is going. And for some of us, it's like that. It's like, yes, Sabrina, I see them ears. We got to tune in and we got to listen. I started writing all of these things, and as I looked at that diagram, I'm like an octopus. Things are all over the place. I had to stop and sit. I said, okay, Lord, I know you never give me more than I can handle, and you've given me based on where I am right now in my life. But he also says, you have to make sure that you're in constant communication, that you're constantly hearing my voice as it relates to the direction that you're going and what you're supposed to be doing. So I have to adhere to the warning signs. And sometimes he'll use nature. Sometimes he'll use dreams. He'll use people to get our attention. And we got to make sure that we're not overlooking the signs. We have to make sure that we're not oblivious to it, because it's something that we're accustomed to seeing, like the tire pressure light. I was so accustomed to jumping in my car and seeing it. As soon as my husband got in the car with me, he was like, no, we got to take a look at this and make sure everything is okay. And I said, okay, I'm like, no, we'll be fine. It's no big deal. And as I was talking to him, God was like, it is a big deal. I'm trying to get your attention. I'm pulling on you. I'm tugging on you. And that's what he'll do when it comes to those warning signs. Because some of us have had health issues and situations, and we're like, dog, I didn't see it coming. And God was like, well, you did see it coming, because I gave you warning signs. You remember when you first started clearing your throat, that was a sign something was wrong. And you said, okay, Lord, I'll just do what? I'll go ahead and drink some tea. It'll be okay. And then it's like, well, no. Then I started feeling the pressure in your ear. You started feeling the pressure in your ear. And it's like, oh, something must be going on. And he was like, that was another sign. And then I'm like, okay, my head was bothering me a little bit. Oh, it's just a head cold. And he's like, no, these are signs. These are warnings to say, you got to stop. You have to sit down. Yes, Nora, warning comes before destruction. And when it comes to our bodies, our temples that he has entrusted us with, he'll give us warning. So it starts to look different. I don't know about y'all, but at 46, I don't just jump up out of the bed the way I used to jump up out of the bed. I used to jump up and I'm running and I'm doing, and I start walking out. I'm like, dang, God, in my mind, I feel great. In my mind, I feel like 25, but what's going on with my legs? I'm ready to go out here and walk and run and do all of this stuff. And he's like, slow down, little mama. You got to ease. You got to stretch first. You can't just go out and do what you used to do. I need you to stretch and get yourself together. I said, okay, you know what? I understand that. And a friend of mine, as much as I meditate, a friend of mine shared something with me, a really excellent meditation technique. And I was able to use that thing and just kind of stop and center myself. And I promise you, it felt like I was just floating and I could hear God so clearly, because where you meditate is also important too. I had my AirPods on. I closed myself up in my closet and I got myself real still, because I am now in tuned with my body. I know when God is telling me to slow down. I know when he's telling me to push forward. I know because I'm in communion with him. I'm in relationship with him. And sometimes he'll just stop me altogether. So this morning, I want to ask you, are you, yes, that technique. So let me share the technique. I'm sure my friend won't mind. So with the technique, you have to first be a lover of ice, because you have to take an ice cube, and I would say not a giant one. You have to take an ice cube. You have to put it in your mouth. You have to sit in that yoga position. So that's with your legs crossed, or that meditation position. You're going to do this. You're going to have your eyes closed again. I use AirPods, so I'll listen to some meditation music. And you have to keep your mouth closed and focus on one thing. For me, that thing was I was just focusing on God. Your mind is going to drift. And you can't open your mouth. You can't say anything until that ice cube melts. So you can swallow because the ice cube is going to be melting, but you'll stay there in that position, just focusing on whatever your thing is. And, sometimes for me, when I'm all over the place and my mind is rambling, I have to say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. When my mind, because initially your mind is going to try to go off on, my to-do list, my this, my that, or whatever it is that's pulling you. But you have to get yourself together and you have to really give it effort. And once you get to a good point, you'll be able to do it and you'll be able to block everything out because you know why you're doing it. So, of course, I want you to pray before you do it. But placing that ice on your mouth, you can't open your mouth and you can't talk. You have to just think. I know. Now, as soon as I start talking about my throat, it starts act up, but the devil is a lie. He cannot have his way this morning. So, family, what you have to do is, in this season, and I'll speak from the perspective of myself, I had to take inventory of my life. I had to take everything that was going on, and it had to fall into one of four categories: faith, family, freedom, and finances. Because we have to identify what am I doing that I'm doing just because I said it needs to be done? What am I doing because God has positioned me for me to do this thing? Because this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Am I financially driven alone? Because God said he'll make room for us. He'll pour out blessings. So if I walk in what he has me to do, if I categorize appropriately, if I make sure that I'm not overextending myself, because some of us we'll overextend ourselves. We give so much to other people and we're supposed to be selfless, but sometimes we do it to a fault. And God is saying, I'm not asking you to give everything and then you have nothing and you can't do what I need you to do. I want you to have something for you. So those of us who are those givers, who we overgive and then we find ourselves just exhausted, depleted, we have nothing. And of course, God is going to fill us back up. Make sure you're balancing that thing out. And I know it's a balancing act. So we got to sometimes suspend all activity. This weekend, you guys, y'all see my Facebook. You see the information that I put out there. It was a very busy weekend. But what you didn't see is at the end of those very, very busy days, I just came home and I just got quiet. On Saturday, I was home. I just had to come. I got me a nice salad. And I just had to lay down and be still. By the time my husband got here, he was sitting next to me eating. I didn't even know because I had come home and I listened to my body. Some of us are not listening to our bodies. That's why we're going and we just falling out. We have to make sure that we're listening to our bodies and we're listening to him because he'll give us the warning signs. He'll give us the signs to say, hey, you can do it, but you're not going to do it without me. I don't need you to show up at every event just because somebody has something. You got to spend some time with me. So I knew when I finished doing what I was doing, I had to come home and sit down in this house, just me and him. And just be still, me and him, and then me and my husband. So we got to make sure we're prioritizing and we're taking inventory of what's going on in our life. So this morning I was reading Isaiah 32:17. And actually I read a little more than that, but I just thought about it. And he said, the work of the righteous shall be peace. And guys, that meditation piece, that's what I'm talking about, that peace and the effect of righteousness, quiet and assurance forever. See, it doesn't matter about when you're in alignment and in tune with him, then all of these things fall in place and it'll be chaotic all around. Everybody else will be moving and shaking. And they'll be like, well, why is Trina over there just as calm as she wants to be? Because Trina is making sure that she's in tune with what God has said. So no matter what, I've planted, I've sown the seed. I know it's going to take root. When all hell is breaking out around me, I know who's in control, no matter what that thing looks like. So make sure that you got some I know who's in control friends around you as well, so that they can pray with you and for you. and they can help you with the balance, because sometimes we need, a little accountability partner here and there to just get us together and make sure that we're doing the right thing, that we are focused. So when you get some time, I want you to go ahead and look at Isaiah chapter 30 to read the whole thing, because we want to make sure we're investing in time with him. That making sure that when we do that assessment and we take inventory, that we're living right with God, that we're spending time with him, that he's ordering our steps, not we're ordering our steps and saying, girl, God told me to do that. God ain't tell you to do that. Because you're not even listening. You ain't even spending time. You so busy grabbing, picking up, going, moving, and doing that God is like, I can't tell you nothing because you're too busy. God is like, I'll wait over here. And when you start seeing those warning signs, when you start seeing those warning lights, you'll remember and say, you know what? I got to be still. I got to get quiet and make sure this is what God is telling me to do. Because some of us want to do it right now. Some of us want to write the book right now. We want to open a business right now. We want to buy the house right now. We want to buy the car right now. We want to get married right now. We want to do everything right now. And he says it's for an appointed time. Some of us are too busy juggling that the time isn't right now. We're wondering why doors aren't opening. And God is saying, because now isn't the time. But if you get quiet with me, if you heed those signs, if you come in here and get into communion with me and you meditate and hear my voice, I'll tell you what it's time for. I'll tell you when it's time, and you'll have a peace about it. You won't be busy worrying about what other people are doing. You won't be so busy saying, dang, when am I going to get mine? Why my bank account not looking right? Because he's telling you, when you walk the way I tell you to walk, people will begin to bless you. Your finances will look different. You'll be able to be like my friend, my sister, who she says, you know what? I'm going to swipe. I'm going to buy. I'm not worried about no budget because I know that it's going to be there. But first, we got to make sure we're committed to hearing his voice and following his will, not our own will. So we can no longer just be busy. Is that you? Are you just being busy? He doesn't want us to just be busy doing and looking like busy. Doesn't mean being productive. Busy doesn't mean that you're following the will of God. Busy means that you're just that busy. It's time to take inventory, family. It's time for us to really take inventory. We can't just be busy. We have to think about it. As we're looking and we're reflecting and taking inventory on our life, we can no longer sit and be okay with what appears to be a result of the Spirit, and there's no fruit coming from it. So as you're reflecting and you're taking inventory, I want you to think about that. Is it marked by the fruit of the Spirit? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see long suffering? Do you see peace? Do you see any of those things that are coming about? Do you see it? Gentleness, kindness. Do you see it? I want us to think about it, because it gets tough. It's so much going on in our lives, guys. I promise you. And I get it. I understand. I know. I see Sabrina saying, Lord, right now, not right now. Nah, help me. She says she's guilty. So many of us are. And yes, being givers and, giving. And then we struggle with receiving. That's me. Because when somebody gives, then it's like, okay, I need to give it back. I can't take it. But God is saying, sit still. I'll show you. I'll show you. And some of us are dealing with medical issues. We're dealing with mental health issues. We're dealing with all these different things. And we're wondering why. Because he gave you some warning signs. I promise you, if you sit still and look back, you'll see where things started kind of drifting. But guess what? What I love first and foremost is that our God is a God of a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. He knows who we are. He is not going to leave us nor forsake us. So guess what? It's never too late. I don't care if you 1 or 100. It's never too late. He is still waiting on us. Take some time. Heed the warning signs. Stop overlooking those signs. It might be nature. I don't know. We had an open house this weekend, and I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but sometimes God also says, be quiet about things. This particular home that we had the open house, it was a townhome, and I was looking at all the pictures that I wanted to put on the flyer, and all of them had what appeared to be a cloud, and it was blue sky, And then it was just this one little cloud just pointing down at the house. And my husband was like, that townhome is going to open up so many more doors for us. And it's already began to open up doors. And I'm so excited about it. And I was just real quiet until now. I'm sharing it with you guys, and I saw that thing, and God is like, it's something about this house right here. It's going to open some doors. And is it the most expensive house we've ever listed? It's not, but it's something about that one right there. So when you get quiet, understand, when you start looking, your perspective will change. There will be a shift. That's right, Deborah. It's never too late, because God is waiting on us. He's going to continue to give us the signs. And sometimes he will lay us all the way down so that we can reach out and hear him. Because remember, in our weakness, his strength is made perfect. So we got to make sure that we're calming ourselves. We got to make sure we're taking time for ourselves. We can't go everywhere. We can't do everything. We can't be on every scene, nor does he want us to. He wants us to heed the warning signs. So on Motivation Monday, what I say is, family, take some time for yourself. Meditate, get quiet, stop running. Before you get out and start running and doing and being, be still. Get in your closet, get in your quiet place, and meditate. Is it going to be difficult? It is. Try 3 minutes, then go to 5 minutes, then go to 7 minutes and increase. It's something about being quiet. I promise you, he'll talk to you. You'll feel it. I can hear it here. I can hear it here. And sometimes I just feel him wrap his arms around me when I need it most. It works, family. God loves us, and I love you too. Have a fantastic Monday. I look forward to seeing you on Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.